house. Can we have a nice round of applause for the lovely Stephen behind the bar? That's Stephen. Yeah. Thank you all for being here. This is Gary Levine, ladies and gentlemen, on Cuda drum. Jerry plays with me every Monday night at the Jazz Jam. Tomorrow night I'll be here at 7 o'clock and at 9 o'clock. I'm joined by a drummer and a bass player and a kungada and a trumpet player, Alex O'Kenzik, and sometimes 2 or 3 sax players. Oftentimes George Heenan from Lausanne, Switzerland. Les Dudley from, I don't know where he's from. And so that's every Monday. Tomorrow night the drummer that I have is Roger Van Zandt, and the bass player is Tim McAlpine. So every Monday we run jazz. We alternate a couple different... before we were talking about Bob Dylan, actually one of the drummers that I use toured with Bob Dylan for years, Richard Crooks. He's the drummer on the Blood on the Tracks record. He's one of the round robin of musicians that we have on drummers. Okay. One week from tonight, my Sunday Showcase guest is an all-women, 8-piece, all-women girls band from Big Pine, believe it or not. So stop by and check that out. 2 weeks from tonight, he is in Moscow as we speak. Rich in Spirit will be here. 3 weeks from tonight, Ray Sigismondi. 4 weeks from tonight, Camille Russo-Toller and her daughter, whose name I forget, and the son, what's his name?
Chris.
Chris. Great singer-songwriters, so that's what's coming up, and then we're into Christmas. Right now, can we have a nice round of applause for Christine Cordone, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank you. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Pier House Coffee House tonight. Trying to take you back about 30 years to acoustic music. And I want to just give you the inspiration for tonight's show was I finally got a hold of Sirius Radio, and my favorite channel has become the Coffee House. And it is has a wonderful artist. It's brought me back to radio, and this year I just couldn't come up with a theme. Other years I've done 30 Women of Rock and Roll, or I've done best songs, 30 years of women of rock and roll, or 50 years of pop singers. I really was struggling with the theme, and all of a sudden I'm starting to listen to all these really cool tunes, and I'm going, these are great tunes. They were either part of my past, or there's some new great artists that are on this coffee house station. What I did for a period of 2 weeks was I took a little legal notepad with a pencil, and every time I was in the car, I jotted down a song that I wanted for the showcase. So there's not really a theme other than it's the coffee house, and I want you to feel hip and beat tonight, because we're all beatniks here. And thank you, Jerry, for adding the real beat touch to this show tonight. We're going to start off with a new artist. Her name, well, new to me. Her name is Colby Collet. Great new singer-songwriter out of the gate. Her father is also a veteran producer that happened to produce the Rumors album of Fleetwood Mac. So this girl is really good stuff, and I'm going to start off with one of her new tunes. It's called Brighter Than the Sun.
1, 2, 3,
Swear you hit me like a vision. I wasn't expecting. But who am I to tell fate where it's supposed to go with it? Don't you blind your mind visit? Yeah, we got a right to just love it, believe it, find it, keep it. In it every day you get a chance to say, fave lady singer-songwriters, and she really needs no big introduction. It's Sheryl Crow, and it's just a sweet little song that she did probably around 1998. It's called Strong Enough.
We like her. Because she's strong.
Tears of rage I cannot hide. I'd be the last to help you understand. Are you strong enough to be my man? My man. Nothing's true and nothing's right. So let me be alone tonight. 'Cause you can't change the way I am. Are you strong enough to be my man? Lie to me. I promise I'll believe. Lie to me. But please don't leave. Have a face I cannot show. Make the rules up as I go. Try to love me if you can. Are you strong enough to be my man? My man. Are you strong enough? Are you strong enough to be my man? Are you strong enough? Are you strong enough? I have a face I cannot show. Make the rules up as I go. Try to love me if you can. Are you strong enough to be my man? Lie to me. I promise I'll believe. Lie to me. But please don't leave. We got it. When I show you that I just don't care, when I'm throwing punches in the air, when I'm broken down and I can't stand, are you strong enough to be my man? Are you strong enough? Are you strong enough? Are you strong enough? Are you strong enough? This next song is written by my current favorite lady singer-songwriter that's out there. Her name is Ingrid Michaelson. And about 3 years ago, I was visiting friends up in the Woodstock area, and I was privileged to see her in concert. I was in Woodstock, New York, not Vermont, nor Connecticut. It was in the Catskill Mountains. And they have a great, it's called Bel Air Festival. It's on the side of a ski slope. And what they had was a singer-songwriter concert. It was called Cafe Bel Air. and someone had gotten together all the singers that performed at the Cafe Bel Air, which is out in LA, and over a course of a year, the guy picked his favorite singer-songwriters, basically rented a bus and started booking, and these were all unknown people. And Ingrid that was her first tour out of the starting gate, and she has since gotten quite large. If anyone's a Grey Anatomy fan, her music is all over that TV show. But this was one that she had actually, her first hit came as an Old Navy commercial, and this was the song they used. It's called The Way I Am.
Let me start.
You're allowed to snap fingers if you like. We're supposed to be hip and cool here tonight. Take you back to the mid-50s. If you were falling, then I would catch you. You need a light, well, I'll find a match. 'Cause I love the way you say good morning, and you take me the way I am. If you are chilly, here, take my sweater. Your head is aching, I'll make it better. 'Cause I love the way you call me baby, and you take me the way I am. This one's for you, Larry. I buy you Rogaine when you start losing all your hair, so I'm patches to all you tear. 'Cause I love you more than I could ever promise, and you take me the way I am, and you take me the way I am, and you take me the way I am. I need some audience participation. You know, you like to think that you can do it all, but this next song, I really cannot do it all. This is a song from Suzanne Vega, and I swear to God, she either had to double track herself, but you cannot take a breath if you do it the way it's recorded. I have tried to sneak breath in every single place, and it doesn't work. I would like 4 beatnik girls to come up and sing a part that's, oh, I can get more, but I can provide costumes for only 4 people. And the part is really easy. All I need is yes, right over there. Kathleen, you can get a beret if you get up here quickly.
I gotta give the costume to the You know, you really need a little help from your friends. Kathleen, I'm good. Come here. Gee, come on, you gotta change that last. Nice, girl.
It goes like this. Kelly, come on up. am sitting in the morning, in the corner, I am waiting counter for the man to pour the coffee, and he fills it only halfway. Before I even argue, he is looking out the window at somebody coming in.
Get over here. Look it up. We want everybody on the videotape, so you gotta step back. Just turn around. See the videotape there? Okay, go.
It is always nice to see you, says the man behind the counter to the woman who has come in. She is shaking her umbrella, and I look the other way, and they are kissing their hellos, and I'm pretending not to see them. Instead, I pour the milk. When I open up the paper, there's a story about an actor who has died while he was drinking. It was no one I had heard of, and I'm turning through the horoscopes and looking for the funnies when I'm feeling someone watching me, and so I raise my head.
Let's hear the girls.
I am trying not to notice that the man she does not see me, and she doesn't really see me because she sees her own reflection, and I'm trying not to notice, and she's hitching up her skirt, and while she's straightening her stocking, her hair has gotten wet.
Let's hear the girls. Let's hear the whole audience. Come on. Here we go.
Rain, it will continue through the morning as I'm listening to the bells of the cathedral, and I'm thinking of your voice. Do 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 do. Christine and the Vegettes right here. Thank you. If you need a little help from your friends on that kind of tune.
Thank you, ladies.
These berets have come in handy. I had them for last year's showcase too. Talk about getting mileage out of things.
Yeah. It's very cool.
All right. This next song is by a singer-songwriter by the name of Cordone. This song was actually commissioned to me by my beautiful mother-in-law, Helen Smith, from Danville, Pennsylvania. She's sitting over here. Stand up, Helen. Come on. I can't get her to
Come on, man. You gotta get up there.
What?
She's so popular, everybody's got to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, Helen Smith. Helen Smith.
This is the lady why I still am married to Mary Smith, right here. It's the all these years. Anyways, the story I wanted to tell was that Helen and I were driving in the car one day, and she was in Key West. She said, you know, I've asked Larry 100 times to write me a religious song. And she says, you know, I'm still waiting. It's been 20 years and he's never written a religious song for me. And I said, Helen, I'll take care of that. I will write a religious song for you. She didn't know the song title was going to be called Helen's Hallway. Okay.
Helen, honey, sit here.
There lies a light down Helen's hallway. She says her prayers as nighttime falls. Tradition passed on for many centuries. She hopes the Lord will hear her calls. She prays for her miracles. She prays for each her sons, husband and grandchildren too. She prays for everyone. There lies some light down Helen's hallway. If every mother's prayer is heard, please keep safe all of my children. The sweet murmur of her words. And if you think there is no God to light the stars above, just remember Helen's prayers still wrap you in her love. There lies some faith down Helen's hallway, steadfast in her prayers abound, never wavers to human weakness. In mankind some good is found. Heaven sees that miracles can happen every day. Keep the light forever on down her dim hallway. And if you think there is no God to light the stars above, just remember Helen's prayers still wrap you in her love, still wrap you in her love, still wrap you in her love.
They are both my heroes. And
She says How's that now? All right, now that we got the, we kicked off the God set, this is a little God medley I have for you. One of my favorite God songs from Joan Osborne. next one, I heard, this song was written by U2, but Sean Colvin has a fabulous rendition of this, and I actually tried to download this on iTunes. It was nowhere to be found. I got educated. I'm going, why could I hear it on the radio and it's nowhere to be found? I did a little research on why it's not on iTunes or it's not listed on any of her CDs at all. It's something that I didn't know of called a ghost track. How many know what that is? I never heard of that before. It's on the song, they don't list it. So it's really hard to find a song that's a ghost track anywhere on the computer. I did find somebody probably stole it off the radio and got it. But it's called, the song's actually called Pride, and you might know it as In the Name of Love. And once again, this is part of my God medley. It makes some reference to Jesus, John the Baptist, a soldier in Normandy, and also Martin Luther King. So this is a beautiful song.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know why my career has not advanced farther, I was offered a chance to be in Sean Colvin's band when she was with Buddy Miller. I proceeded to go down. I was in New York City the whole day, drunker than very, very drunk. And I guess what was hanging out in 7th Avenue South, the club that the Brecker brothers owned. And I was hearing this really hip music, and my friend Lincoln, who was the bass player in the Buddy Miller band, of which Sean Colvin was the singer, had asked me to stop over because he wanted me and Rob Leon to be in the band. So I go into a place on 7th Avenue called City Limits. And never before did I go into a place in New York City where everybody had cowboy hats on, and they were line dancing, and it was packed with people having fun. Of course, now at this time, even though I'm a farm boy from Pennsylvania, now I'm in sophisticated New York City, and this was beneath my station. So I go in, and I'm hanging out, and I'm getting more drunk, and I sit in, okay? And I sit in, and the band digs me, and this and that. So Lincoln says to me, man, well, what do you think of the band? I said, man, that singer stinks, man. She sucks. Not knowing she's standing exactly right behind me.
He's so subtle, isn't he?
Of course, that was Sean Colvin. Sean Colvin, who a couple years then later won is it Grammy? What was it?
Best song, best album of the year.
Best album of the year. Hey, stick with me, kid. I could have used God then, I think.
Sing it with sincerity, it might work, Larry. One man come in the name of love. One man come and go. One man come and give justified. One could not take your pride. In the name of love, what more in the name of love? In the name of love, what more in the name of love? In the name of love, what more in the name of love? In the name of love, what more in the name of
In
In the name of love, what more in the name of love? What I love about the coffee house station is they throw new stuff and they throw old stuff in. And this song is from Van Morrison. It was recorded in 1970, but it's still a great, great song. The original title of this was called Into the Misty, but because of the song Misty, he had to change it, and being the good Irish boy that believe in magical and cosmic things, he said, oh, I'll just make it mystic. So that's where the title came from. But it's beautiful. It's about being in part of the universal cosmos. We were born before the wind, all so young in the sun. Everybody born was one into the mystic. Heart now hear the angels cry, smell the sea, feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. When that foghorn blows, I'll be coming home. When that foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. I don't have to fear it. Just like back in the days of old. to songwriter Christine Cordone. Larry mentioned he wrote The Cows Are Hungry in 1984. This song was also penned in 1984. And it's called Everlasting Love.
Yeah, let me tell you something. People know Christine as an educator down here, a teacher, and she's a damn good one. She was Teacher of the Year a couple years ago, and she loves the students, and the students love her. The parents love her, and the whole work she does. But what people don't know about Christine is that she didn't even go into that profession until she was 40 years of age. For like some 15 years, Christine and I lived in Woodstock, New York, and believe it or not, made a living, not a real good one, sometimes a good one, but mostly not a good one, doing only that music that we wrote. Nothing but our own original music, which is, I don't know if it's an accomplishment or not, it just is indeed a fact. So that's that. And this is one of Christine's songs. Do you have a story about this song?
The words speak for itself. No story behind this one. Drifting dreamers, we could sail above the sky. We would die for each other, we would try for each other. Oh, then why doesn't this everlasting love last forever? Oh, then why doesn't this everlasting love last forever? Here we are running circles in the lives we live. Can't you sense the happiness that you could give to me? We could help one another, we could love one another. Oh, then why doesn't this everlasting love last forever? Oh, then why doesn't this everlasting love last forever? Soft talk, sweet nights, love by a candlelight. I'll wait till the break of day. You can't take the memories away. Oh, then why doesn't this everlasting love last forever? Oh, then why doesn't this everlasting love last forever? Let's start over now and let's start new. There's so much that we both can do right now. We could talk to each other, we could walk with each other. Oh, then why doesn't this everlasting love last forever? Oh, then why doesn't this everlasting love last forever? Can't you see that our everlasting love could get much better? Oh, then why doesn't this everlasting love last forever? Oh, then why doesn't this everlasting love last forever? Oh, then why doesn't this everlasting love last forever? Thank you. another one. There's being at certain points in your life and choices present themselves to you and you have a hard time making decisions. I have Libra up at my midheaven, so making decisions have always been very, very difficult for me. So you can imagine Larry's a Libra, how difficult it is for him all the time.
I don't even know what song to play here.
It's called Another Road. Be in the here and now, Larry. This is our little picnic thing here. You and I have never taken an easy road. There were always other choices, so we were told. We stepped inside the circle and made our way. Now another door is open and we ask, which way? Living free and running wild, well, we found love. And there's really no denying, well, we had some fun. We stepped inside the circle, we spread the songs around, and we made them dance like crazy all over town. All over town. When the music is all over and the lights are down, will you be my dancing partner? I wear a satin gown. Now I know that I am dreaming, 'cause you're far away. Now another door is open and we ask, which way? We ask, which way? You and I have never taken an easy road. There were always other choices, so we were told. We stepped inside the circle and made our way. And now another door is open and we ask, which way? And now another door is open and we ask, which way? Now another door is open and we ask, which way?
I like Cordone's music, ladies and gentlemen.
This is actually the song I've been looking forward to doing the most all night. I'm going to try to set up a little vibe for you. This is written by a daughter, Journey Blue Heaven, who I think is a born-again beatnik. Love child. I don't know, she's all kinds of wonderful stuff. But anyways, the name of this song is The Beatnik Blues. And I believe that she probably was reading some Jack Kerouac and some Allen Ginsberg poetry, because the second verse is basically dedicated to them. And you know, I had to Wikipedia what Allen Ginsberg actually did. I knew he was the beat poet of his generation. He came out with this particular poem in 1955 called Howl, which was extremely controversial. It ended up in New York City as a book of poetry, and the actual store was shut down because they said it was obscene. I'm going to read a little bit of that now, which it seems pretty mild.
Hey, I like this gig. Are you sure you're... If the store was shut down...
No, it's very mild. 40, 50 years, 50 years later.
Hold up. Can we read this poem?
Christine can do anything she wants.
Yes, only I'll be fired.
You just remember you have to ask permission every time.
That's Kathleen Peace, the food and beverage director of the Pier House.
Believe me, I'm only going to read a short excerpt. What they thought was controversial then really is kind of lukewarm now. We've come a long way, basically. So I'm just going to read a few. I wanted to set up a beatnik thing. Jerry, are you with me on this? All right. Larry, only if you feel it can you put a little oomph in it. All right, I gotta kind of get in the mood. Here we are, 1955.
He's
when
going to
it's
feel
dark,
it right now.
smoky, perfect. Let's lock the bathroom. All right, everyone, cool, hip, cool, we're hip, we're cool. Just keep remembering that, we're cool, we're hip. All right. I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterical, naked, dragging themselves through the streets and looking for an angry fix. Angel-headed hipsters burning for the ancient heavenly connection to starry dynamo and the machinery of night. Who, poverty and tatters and hollowed-eyed, high sat up smoking in the supernatural darkness of cold water flats floating across the top of cities, contemplating jazz. Well, I feel much better Cool Daddy, yeah.
That's written by our daughter, Journey Blue Heaven.
Another one of my favorites, Ingrid Michaelson. This is called Breakable. I call this one a Susan Butler because it's got as many pieces of sheet music as she usually does for every one of her songs. Have you ever thought about what protects our hearts? Just a cage of rib bones and other various parts. So it's fairly simple to cut right through the mess and to stop the muscle that makes us confess. We are so fragile, and our cracking bones make noise, and we are just breakable, breakable, breakable girls and boys. And you fasten my seatbelt because it is the law. In your 2-ton death trap, I finally saw a piece of love in your face that bathed me in regret, and you drove me to places I'll never forget. We are so fragile, and our cracking bones make noise, and we are just breakable, breakable, breakable girls and boys. We are so fragile, and our cracking bones make noise, and we are just breakable, breakable, breakable girls, breakable, breakable, breakable girls, breakable, breakable, breakable girls and boys.
Ingrid Michaelson.
Ingrid Michaelson. Is that a pretty song? This next two were written by a gentleman by the name of Jacob Dylan, son of famous Bob Dylan. And they play him a lot on the coffee house station. Bob Dylan, raise your hand if you've heard of him. Bob Dylan? Okay, how many know that he has a son, Jacob, that's a singer-songwriter? Some of you may, and some of you may not. He has a great band he works with called the Wallflowers. And this song, I've always loved this song, and Jacob wrote it about a man that he used to walk by every day on 6th Avenue. Alex, he was a Vietnam vet. It's kind of your song. He was a homeless guy along the streets, and Jacob used to see him when he would walk by every day. And the cool thing was, the guy used to play all his dad's songs. So when he would go by, he'd always recognize his father's songs. And it's kind of one of those, there but for fortune goes you or I. And so it's about a man who played on the streets for many years and just kind of disappeared one day. Sirens ring, shots ring out, stranger cries and screams out loud. I had my world strapped against my back. I held my hands, I never knew how to act. And the same black line that was drawn on me was drawn on me. Now it's on me in 6th Avenue heartache. Below me was a homeless man, singing songs I knew complete. On the steps alone, his guitar in hand. It's 50 years where he stands. And the same black line that was drawn on you was drawn on me. Now it's drawn me in 6th Avenue Now I'm walking home on those streets. The river winds and it moved my feet. Where the subways seem like silhouettes in dreams. They stood by me just like moonbeams. And the same black line that was drawn on me was drawn on me. Now it's drawn me in 6th Avenue heartache. And the same black line that was drawn on you was drawn on me. Now it's drawn me in 6th Avenue Look out that window was a homeless man, and gone like a midnight was that man. But I see his 6 strings laid against that wall. All his things, well, they look so small. I grip my fingers, crossed on a shooting star. They're just like me. He just moved on. Well, the same black line that was drawn on me was drawn on me. Now it's drawn me in 6th Avenue heartache, heartache. Well, the same black line that was drawn on me was drawn on me. Now it's drawn me in 6th Avenue Well, the same black line that was drawn on you was drawn on me. That was drawn me in 6th Avenue I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for coming out tonight. You guys have been great supporters of me and Larry over the years. I love you all dearly. Honored to have Helen and Larry Smith all the way from Danville, Pennsylvania. So all my new friends, my old friends, we're going to end up with another Jacob Dylan song. This is kind of just a happy song, and it's called Something Good This Way Comes.
Highlight Christine Cordone, ladies and gentlemen. Highlight Carrie Levine, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's hear it for Stephen behind the bar.
How can we forget Stephen?
Stephen, would you wear a beret for this last song?
You got your choice of colors.